Hey friends, welcome to the Honey Homestead. My name is Shelby and I am just a city dweller with dreams of having a homestead in the future. This dream is what inspired this channel. I wanted to create a space for people like me or who are in the season of waiting. I thought for a very long time that I had to just wait for my dream homestead, but then I learned that there are things that I could be doing now to build an arsenal of skills for when that time comes. With that being said, I wanted to take you on a hive inspection today of my one beehive back here. I'm in my second year of beekeeping. This hive has been in for about a month and a half, and just last week I added the second box. Let's get in there. Before you even get into your hive, you're going to want to get your smoker going. And with that, I will go ahead and crumple up some paper and some cardboard, and then I will go ahead and light it with the blowtorch. As I'm doing that, I will pump air and get air circulating into the smoker, which will help create that white, cool smoke that will help calm the bees down. Before you go into your hive, there's a couple of things that you want to do. You want to go in with a few goals in mind. So today, my goals, I want to see how the queen is laying, making sure that they are drawing out comb, and I want to make sure that there are no queen cups in there. As you go into your hive, I've got my smoker and I've got my hive tool. And I'm just going to smoke a little bit on the top and smoke on the bottom. I'm going to take this top box off and take a look at the bottom. As you can see here, the girls are working very hard today. So this hive that I have here is actually a very calm and docile hive. They very rarely have to use my smoker on them. They, for the most part, just let me get in and do what I need to do. So I'm going to go ahead and take one frame out so I can inspect the other ones. And this just provides more space. You really want to be careful when you're pulling out the frames because the queen could be on there and you do not want to hurt her. So as you're coming in, you're seeing that all of the girls are in here, and this is predominantly a honey frame. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just set this frame right here so I can give myself a little bit more room in here. So like I said, my goals for today are to see how they are with drying out comb, seeing if the queen is laying fresh eggs, and to see if there are any queen cups. So as I can see here, you can see that the queen, she's laying all on here, and I'll go ahead and post a picture of what it looks like when there's the different stages of the larva. But these are all covered, meaning that they are going to be fresh brood here shortly. See if I can. Okay. can see here, we've got a bunch of covered larvae, which means that they will be coming out very shortly. There's also on the outside, you can see pollen. So the way that the hive structures itself is it puts brood on the inside and honey and pollen on the outside. Holy moly. A little lady working with her pollen pants on, meaning that that's just pollen that she's brought in.
Point to it again.
But if you look here, you go up here, you can see that the bees are communicating with each other with what's called a waggle dance, and that is them communicating to where the best pollen is by shaking their butts. So as you can see here, this little protrusion, that's called a queen cup. Okay, so that was one of my goals for today, was to see if there were any queen cups. With it being the end of May, beginning of June, the bees are more likely to swarm at this time. So if they're not happy with the queen that they have, they'll create a queen cup and the old queen will leave. So what I choose to do, I will go ahead and just break that off. And they'll continue to make them just to practice in case it ever does happen. But this queen is doing really well. She's laying really well. She's got strong brood patterns, and I'm not too worried about them swarming at this point. No angry, they're very calm and they seem to be very happy. So I just will go ahead and just move all of the little girls off. And I will just go ahead and pop that off. Oh, and it fell in there. Oh boy, okay. I'm just gonna go ahead, pop that back in there. And I'm just gonna go ahead and pop my veil back on, just because this was my first time working without a veil. And I'm still not 100% comfortable. Okay. While these girls are very calm and docile, they still can get angry. Ooh, okay. And I can see here that I'm starting to agitate them a little bit. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this smoker on them so the smell will hopefully calm them down. Oh, okay. And if you actually want to come in here, honey, this right here with the blue dot, that's actually our queen. So it's pretty cool that we've been able to see her today. And I have to. So went into this hive today with a few goals in mind, and my goals were, again, like I said, to see if there were any if they had made any queen cups, which they did, and we went ahead and took them off. We wanted to see that the queen was laying, which we were able to see her, which was awesome. And lastly, we wanted to make sure that the other bees were drawing out comb, which we can see that this is a very strong hive at this point, and I'm very excited for what's going to come in the upcoming season. I hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next video.